Welcome back to the garden, and today is the 9th of August. Today's video all about Sambucus and how we can take successful cuttings of them. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So I currently only have 3 borders, and in each one of my borders I have a Sambucus. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you where they are, what they look like, and then we're going to get straight into how I took these successful cuttings. Now these are in the elder family, so these will get huge if you let them. I just love the different texture of leaf in amongst all my other tropical style plants. Now it is worth noting that you don't have to have a tropical style garden in order to have these style of plants. I think these fit in very well with lots of different themed plants. The one you just saw there was probably the worst slug damaged one that I had. This has done really well this year, and as you can tell, it's a really lovely contrast in with the dahlias, my brugmansias, and some lovely chrysanthemums as well, and of course my bananas. But this isn't the biggest one I had. They were all bought at the same size, exactly the same size as the cuttings that I've actually rooted in this video. And this is my largest one, the one which I actually took the cuttings off. So let's rewind back to the 30th of June. Now I was aiming for around 4 to 6 inches in length, and what you really need is that join. So you need those leaf nodes in order to get your new root systems in place. So as long as you've got 1 or 2 of those on a stem, then your rooted cuttings will be absolutely fine. When taking any kind of cuttings, really, you need to make sure that you cut all the big leaves off or reduce them down. So this will help with losing a load of water that the actual cutting needs in order to do its thing. Now I should have known better here, because this is the reason why this one didn't root, and it's because my cut wasn't below a leaf node. So that hormone that I always talk about in plants, this is where the hormone sits, and I didn't make my cut directly below it, so therefore it didn't root. So I only had 1 out of the 2 cuttings that I did. So don't do this. Now I actually use garden soil, which is nice and light. If you are using a compost, I would add a little bit of sand to make it a bit more free draining. Now I used a pencil to make a hole, so that's a really good tip. Don't just push your stems into it, just because you might cause damage onto those shoots that you need them to become a cutting. And finally, give them a really good water. Pick a spot in your garden that's got a nice bit of shade. So I took these cuttings on the 30th of June, and it's taken just 6 weeks for these to grow new roots. Now it's really important, I didn't put these in full sun. These were in quite a shady spot, although they got a little bit of sun in the morning. So I'm going to knock it out of its pot now and show you the new root system that these have got. I'm just going to wash these off so we can take a better look. So just to recap, so using a sharp pen or a knife, just cut it just below a leaf node. That is where all the hormone sits, and that's where you're going to get your new root system from. I potted mine into just garden soil. Now, as long as it's quite a free draining soil, if you're using compost, you could add a little bit of sand to it just to make it drain that little bit better. And that is it really. So all you've got to do, about 6 inches to one leaf node, and drop it straight into the soil or the compost. Don't put it in direct sun, because that will make it dry out much quicker. And I actually had mine sitting in a small tray that held water as well. Not to keep it overly wet, because obviously that can cause some diseases. But nevertheless, don't let it dry out. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. You can now go forward and multiply your collection. This is a plant that's going to be going onto the online shop as well very soon, so I'm hoping to launch that around Christmas time with my brugmansias and a few other things as well. But if you did enjoy it, then please give it a big thumbs up, as it really does help the channel out, and drop a comment down below, as it helps share it out to others who love gardening just like we do. Until next time, we'll see you in the garden. You take care.